Okay, here's part 2 of the distributive property. Let's say I'm given this. Okay, now we did a problem similar to this in the first video. What we're going to do is do 2x times the 5x there, and we're going to get 10x squared. We're going to do 2x times the minus 9 and get minus 18x. Okay, so again, just like the last one, notice that that plus 8 right here hasn't been used yet. And now we're going to distribute the 8. So when I do 8 times 5x right there, I get 40x. And 8 times the minus 9 is minus 72. Once again, we have some like terms in the middle. Those two x's we can combine together. And 40 minus 18, or 40 and negative 18, I believe is 22. So what is our final answer? 10x squared plus 22x minus 72. Now let's try one a little bit more challenging. Let's say I was given this. This was asked in class earlier today. And I just want to make a point that this is going to be done exactly like the one I just did. Follow the light blue here. I'm going to do 5r times 7r squared. That's 35r cubed. Sorry for being more messier than usual. But the key thing is that r right there times the r squared right there is r cubed. Keep track of your powers. That's a very common mistake that you guys make. What's next? How about 5r times that r over there? Isn't that a plus 5r squared? Because after all, r times r over there is r squared, right? And of course we can't forget the 5. And then finally 5 times minus 2, 5r times minus 2, and that's minus 10r. Now, notice so far I've done exactly what I've always done with distributive property. The only difference is, follow the red, there was 1, 2, 3 terms over here I had to distribute with. Normally we had only 2, but now we have again 1, 2, 3 of them. So, notice again, I have a minus 4. Just like the plus 8 up here, I'm going to have to distribute that as well. So I'm going to do minus 4 times the 7. And I'm going to get positive, or sorry, almost messed up, a negative 28r squared. Does everybody agree? Negative 4 times 7 is negative 28. And negative 4 times r is negative 4r. And negative 4 times negative 2 is plus 8. That leads us to our final answer here of 35r cubed. I lined up my r squared, you notice, and that's a minus 23r squared. And I lined up my r's, that's a minus 14r. And then, of course, there's a plus 8 at the end. And that concludes Distributive Property Part 2.